I just want to make a quick video here. So, a lot of people keep comparing this election to 2016, and they keep saying that it's just like 2016. Everything's the same. I'm hearing the same thing that they were telling us about Hillary Clinton. Joe Biden's just like Hillary Clinton, and now because he's added Kamala Harris, he's just like Hillary Clinton. Well, let me tell you, that's just not the case. You see here, Joe Biden has been hovering around 50% or higher all throughout this campaign. Multiple times throughout this campaign, he has been at 50%, which is an outright majority in the United States. That's an outright majority. Hillary Clinton never got there, and I can show you to prove it. She never got here. Look at this. Hillary Clinton was a dismal, terrible candidate from the very beginning. I've always said this, but people don't want to listen to me. At one point in time, she was down there with Trump. Biden has never shown those lack of numbers ever, but Hillary did. And she did what the polls said and suggested. She won the popular vote. She did exactly this. She did exactly what it said. But she was just a terrible candidate. Terrible, dismal. Look at the date, though. This is the summer of the year prior. People just liked the idea of her. They just liked the idea of her. But then when she started actually campaigning and talking, boom, 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 debates start, boom, boom, boom. Like, look at this. Like, she was a terrible, dismal candidate. Debates. Terrible, terrible, terrible. This is why Bernie Sanders kept up with her. Yeah, because at that point, she's basically clinched the nomination, and she's showing this supreme prominence in terms of dominance heading into the convention that summer. But then she declines again. Look at this. And then she even got down there with Trump. Like I said, Joe has never shown numbers so terrible. His numbers have always been distant from Trump. Always. Look at this. Last year, well above him, outperforming him. And now, because of his announcement of Kamala Harris, he's seeing a rise again. And like I said, Kamala Harris is going to bring out black women. Black women now finally feel like in the Democratic Party, from what I'm saying, they now finally feel like they have representation, and they feel like she's the perfect identity politic narrative candidate to take on that mantle of being the Barack Obama version in terms of being a woman at this point in time. They view her as that person. And hell, like I keep saying, the polling is there to show it. I mean, like I keep saying, Joe Biden has been hovering around 50% for quite some time now. Even, like, this is higher than what it was, or at that same point. Not as high, but damn near up there. And hell, there's no telling what this bump is going to do, and the Democratic convention is next week. So there's no telling what's going to happen. But he's seeing a bump because of Kamala Harris. He has seen a bump. These numbers were at 6. I'll probably say a full point swing. These numbers were around 6.5 a couple weeks ago. Now he's seen a full point swing. He's on the cusp of heading back up to that threshold of 50% in terms of an outright majority. And this is why I think Joe is going to perform very well. A couple reasons. Go to the Democratic primary. Joe Biden, look at his numbers. Now, you compare that to 2016 to Hillary Clinton. But not only that, compare that to 2008 to Obama. So look at what I just did here. Compare Joe Biden's numbers to those in terms of the Democratic primary. And look at the states. He has damn near swept the United States of America. Once this region went, it was like a domino effect. The rest of the country just fell in line because the media industrial complex had narratives and arguments to swarm Biden and help him encompass the masses of America. Bernie had the real progressives that were within here, but I'll probably say his real staunch hardcore supporters in terms of young people, which is the Generation Zers, this was really their first election to really just come out and vote. So when 2022 rolls around and more of them are voting and actually aware and cognitive of the politics in our country, and especially with what's about to happen with a deep state administration with Biden, once they really come out to vote, the Democratic establishment elitist party is going to be in for a rude awakening, because in 2016 Bernie Sanders kept up with Hillary Clinton. He was putting up his own fight, but of course Hillary Clinton ran it up all up through here, of course. But had he had taken some of these states back away, some of these states that he was supposed to win, Bernie Sanders maybe beats Hillary Clinton. He probably beats her. But yeah, Biden has more numbers than Clinton did and Obama, with a loaded Democratic field. Keep that in mind. With a loaded Democratic field. So, I think Biden's going to win. I think he's going to win no matter what. The evidence is there to show it. And until Trump shows me otherwise, I'm going to stick by that position. I wish the election were held today to see the looks on all the Trump supporters' faces. And also there's this narrative of that Trump is going to sweep the country. That's not going to happen in a million years. In a million years, that would never happen. That's naive and irresponsible to think such a thing. Kind of stupid of you two, really. But that's just my perspective and my 2 cents.